Luke, Ben from afl.com.au. Just first one, mate, how's the body feeling after your first game back after 2 weeks out with protocols?
Yeah, body's good, mate. Yeah, pulled up fine. So personally, I was on limited minutes the other night, so nothing too strenuous on the body. So feeling alright at the moment.
And that hamstring injury you had in pre-season, is that troubling you at all, or you've just got to manage that as you go?
Nah, the hammies are fine, mate. All good.
I suppose for you, a bit of continuity now is probably your goal, stringing together a couple of games.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Obviously, to get the body right, but two, to get up to speed on my match fitness as well. So, bit of continuity for me, but I think it's probably symbolic for us as a club as well to be able to field the same 22 or 23 every week for a couple of weeks in a row will be nice. So, fingers crossed we have a bit of luck on that front and guys can start to string a few games together. I think we've only had 2 or 3 that have played 5 in a row. So, fingers crossed we get a bit of luck on that side of things.
Adam cited the fact that you, Elliot, TK hadn't played that much together and you're working on that synergy. Is there a way you can fast track that to get to the level you need?
Well, us three work pretty closely through the week together as mids, but I think we're searching for synergy as a group, to be honest. I don't think too many blokes have actually played with each other this year. Out of the, I think what have we played all season? 40 players. So, there's probably not too many guys that have played a lot of footy together, and that probably showed on Friday night against a side who are really well drilled and really well connected on field. It was probably made a lot more obvious than what we would have liked.
And I suppose also the synergy with the new Ruckman, Nick being out of the side. How do you work on that?
Well, we're working on that stuff all summer, really. You know, we don't just work with Nick, we work with the other rucks, and obviously now we don't have a choice but to work with the other boys. So, today our light training run, tomorrow main training, we get another opportunity, and we get to work and see if we can form a good relationship on field for the next 10 or so weeks.
Luke, Anna here from Seven. What did you make of the loss against the Swans? I guess what do you sort of put it down to? I guess there's a lot of factors, but what was your view on the game?
I suppose there's a couple of things. There's the reality of the lead into the game and the interrupted preparation. But we've spoken this week about there's once you lace up the boots on game day and you step across the white line, there's no excuses for poor performance. So we've been really disappointed with what we dished up and embarrassed, and we feel bad for the thousands of people that came out to watch us play on Friday night and all around the state. Our supporter base deserved to see a better outing than that, and so that was disappointing. But on the other side of that, taking away nothing from Sydney, they were exceptional, and their ability to be connected on field and execute what they want all game. Really, I don't think we had more than 10 inside 50s maybe to half time. So it was a complete domination that first half, and we've learned a few lessons out of it. That's obviously the benchmark of where we want to get to. Them and Melbourne and Brisbane are the teams we're all striving to be like. So it's a good wake-up call, and it was good to see firsthand what the best sides are doing, and we're a work in progress. We've made some good ground over the first 4 weeks of the season, and we've seen some really positive things, but we let ourselves down Friday night for sure.
There's a bit of talk about bringing back yourself, Yo, Kelly, Cripps all at the same time. Do you agree with the decision to bring you all back for that game, given you are part of that? Do you think it was the right call?
Well, look, to be honest, I don't think these sort of things we have much of a choice on, given our player availability. So, I'm looking at, I know I'm in that conversation, but I'm looking at those other three, at Yoey and TK and Cripper, and there's no way I don't want them to play for our footy club. So, look, it's a tough one, and we've been dealing with this sort of thing all year, bringing in guys who are underdone potentially, and it probably gets exposed against a quality side like Sydney a bit more than what it has over the first 4 weeks. But yeah, as I touched on before, we're a work in progress, and we're striving for that continuity on field over the next few weeks. And we were never going to bring it all together straight away. But the quicker we can get going and the quicker we can form synergy as a 22 on field, the better off we're going to be.
Just finally, what do you make of Port at Adelaide?
Look, I think Port are one of those sides who could easily have been 2 and 3 or 3 and 2. Haven't had the rub of the green a couple of times, and unfortunately that's the industry we're in. Sometimes a bit of bad luck, and you do end up at 0 and 5. Are we 5 games in? Yeah. So look, I don't think their record suggests. I think their record probably suggests they're going more poorly than what they actually are. I think there's still a bit there to work with for the Port guys, and always has been a tough trip to play the Adelaide teams at Adelaide Oval. Wonderful venue to go to, so we're really excited to put in a strong performance after last week. Sometimes you want the weekend to roll around as quick as possible so you can get back out there and try and redeem yourself. So looking forward to a good challenge. Obviously their second half against Carlton was outstanding, and that's a football we're used to seeing from Port Adelaide, and that's the footy we expect on Saturday night.
And Luke, there's a...
Oh, sorry. I was just going to ask, you've actually got a really good history against Port at Adelaide Oval. Look, I think you're 5 from 5 wins from 5 games there. Does that give you a little bit of confidence going there and happy to actually play an away game given that history?
Well, again, I wouldn't be looking too much into the numbers being 5 from 5. I think 2 were decided after the siren. So, again, it could easily be 3 and 2. And look, I know we haven't lost there, but they've been tough outings, and they're going to be as hungry as ever for a win, like we are this week. We've been in their position before when you're probably playing better footy than what a lot of the footy world are giving you credit for, and you're just hungry for a result. So we're expecting them at their best, and it's going to be a good contest.
Just on... Oh, thank you, Anna.
Sorry, Luke. One of the stories that's come out of the weekend has been the arms out umpiring decision for 50-metre penalties. As a leader of the club, is that something you're hoping for some clarity on, or?
Yeah. Look, it's a fine line. I won't go into too much detail. They've got a tough job. The umpires and the people running the game have a tough job. But I think we need to understand that there's natural. There's got to be a natural human element to the game, and I think some of the best umpires we've worked with over the journey are the ones you can have a conversation with on field to get to the bottom of decisions. And we probably need to be careful we're not penalising guys for things that aren't disrespectful. I agree that any form of disrespect towards an umpire should be penalised, and a 50-metre penalty is probably reasonable, but sometimes the arms out stuff isn't. I don't think it's overly offensive. I think every umpire would admit that they don't take offence to that sort of stuff too. So, to be honest, I think we're making their jobs more difficult, trying to bring in this finer detail stuff and clamp down on too many things. But I think we just need to be realistic about what's disrespectful and what's not, and then get on with it. Yeah.
Luke, just with Xavier O'Neill as well, had a really strong performance and then ended up sort of missing out. As a leader, not necessarily someone coming in and sort of like replacing him, but as a leader, what kind of conversation do you have with him? Because clearly he would be disappointed after such a performance. That's probably only natural, but how do you kind of keep that fire in him to keep on pushing?
Yeah, he'd be disappointed for sure, and I think we'd all be a bit alarmed if he wasn't disappointed. You want guys to have that hunger to play and stay on the team, but we were really proud of his effort to go back to the waffle on Saturday and perform the way he did. He was outstanding. We've seen some really good growth from him over the last 12, 18 months, and we expect him to be one of the players that's going to play a lot of footy for the footy club over the next 10 years. So as proud as we are of him and as wrapped as what we are, that he was able to go do that on Saturday. That's sort of what we expect from guys that are going out of the side and going back to play waffle. And those sort of performances from the guys who aren't in the team are really healthy and help drive a really good culture. And yeah, no doubt we'll be seeing a bit more of him this year at AFL level, and that's exciting for us.
Just last one from me on COVID as well. Did you notice it at all, just being a little bit heavier kind of with the breath? I mean, I guess training obviously is quite different to playing.
Look, the COVID side of things, I think I was fine. I think if I had have gone over and played that Collingwood game, it probably would have been a different story. I think missing 2 games is probably important for most guys. Obviously, there'll be guys that recover a bit quicker and guys that it probably lingers a little bit longer for. But yeah, I don't think I was affected by COVID as such on Friday night. For me personally, probably just general match fitness. Yeah, I think the COVID stuff, you miss 2 games, you're generally going to be good to go.
Awesome, thanks.
Are you confident Gov will be ready to go for Saturday, or is that still touch and go?
Well, it's definitely touch and go. I don't think he gets out of protocols till Thursday or Friday late in the week. So, yeah, it'd be a close decision. But fingers crossed. He's been in excellent form and been leading really well. And yeah, a guy we all love playing with. So fingers crossed he's turned a bit of a corner and he can get himself up for Saturday.